What's up, guys? This is Thomas from Kamelot, and you're geeking out to Gear Gods.
What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here with Thomas from Kamelot. How are you doing, dude?
Doing awesome. How are you guys doing?
Real good. We are on 70,000 tons of metal. We are currently rolling through the water. And if you could, you can't see what I can see, but it's the ocean.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. So how are you enjoying the cruise thus far?
It's been great. I've been trying to relax more. We did this about 5 years ago, and it was a little bit more stressful. I'm trying to relax more. I'm going to the gym instead of just drinking till 3 in the morning. So it's been cool. And tonight's we play in the theater tonight at 11, and we're pretty psyched.
Yeah, we're also very psyched. I'm definitely not going to miss that. So you played the 70,000 tons before. You said 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So how is it different this time? How's the actual cruise different?
This is a bigger ship. It's a more modern ship. It's definitely nicer.
Yeah.
It's just grown, and it's a testament to Andy, who has really had this vision and took this huge risk to do something like this. And every year, he really steps up his game, and his idea is to keep growing it, making it bigger and better. And he's done that. It's been great.
Yeah, this is my first year, and I was blown away by how immense the ship is and how nice everything is in here.
Yeah.
So, is there any specific challenges about playing on a boat that you've found?
Well, I guess as long as it's pretty stable, it's no problem, But if the water starts getting a little bit turbulent, then you can have some issues on stage, of course. But no, I mean like you said, it's so massive. It's basically I don't really even feel the movement that much.
Yeah.
The only other thing is, of course, if you forget something, it's not like you can have a runner go down to the guitar center and pick up some new strings or picks or whatever. So you got to plan ahead properly. And but yeah, we pretty much advanced everything we needed on the rider in terms of gear and stuff, and so I think it's going to be fine.
Cool. Are you were able to bring your own amps and stuff, or are you playing with the backline?
No, I have a Kemper now. I'm using a Kemper, so I brought that on, and I just we have a couple of cabinets that we advanced, like
Cool.
either Marshall or Mesa Boogie. Eventually, I'm going to be going direct with the Kemper and doing in-ears, but I haven't been able to do that yet. I tried using in-ears a couple of times, and it just felt so unnatural to me.
Yeah.
But everyone that I talked to said if you get it dialed in correctly, get proper molds, you'll never want to go back to using monitors. So that's the next step, hopefully, for the next tour. But for now, it's real simple. I have my Kemper. I have an Ibanez wah pedal, and I run directly into the Kemper with my wireless. And I have a Kemper foot pedal. Just basically have like a rhythm channel, solo. And then I have a channel that I drop down to C.
Oh yeah.
It's just for one tiny part. That way I don't have to have a different guitar. So that works out good with the Kemper, being able to do that.
That's really great.
You'll notice that tonight in the song Liar Liar. It's one of those things when you record the song, you don't think about the logistics of actually having to change in the middle of it. So we dropped it.
Yeah.
But that was a good solution, and it doesn't sound too unusual. I mean, you'll hear, if you listen to it only by itself, it wavers a little bit because it's so much lower than the root, but it works pretty good.
Cool. So you've got kind of an unusual amp that's your favorite that we looked at in the rig that we did.
Yeah.
So it's the Ampeg. What's the model?
140C.
Yeah.
VH-140C.
It's one of those amps that, like, most people who I've seen play it, it doesn't. I don't want to say it doesn't sound great, but they can't really get it to scream. Somehow you've got it set in such a way that it sounds awesome. Every other time I've heard it, I've been like, eh.
Yeah.
And then it's on all your recordings and you play it live and everything.
I think the trick
just screams.
is to scoop. Don't scoop it too much, and then also, it's got so much gain you don't have to use anything. Don't put too much gain in it. because then it starts getting muddy.
Mm-hmm.
But we profiled that for the Kemper, and we ended up blending a little bit of that also with like a 5150.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I think we have a sound that is a little bit more clear. The only thing I would say about the 140C is the distortion is a little bit muddy if you turn the gain up a little too much.
Yeah.
So the sound now is a little more clear, I think, which has been great because I used to take that amp all over the world and pay extra luggage and everything, but having the Kemper, I just take it on the plane with me, and it's been perfect.
Yeah. Cool. Well, excited to check that out tonight when you guys play. Is there a band on the ship that you're most excited to see?
I wanted to see Stryker, but I couldn't see them because we were doing something. My friend is a drummer, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Arch Enemy last night. They were really good, and of course Alyssa is a good friend of ours. Testament was really cool to watch. I wanted to check Xandria out because they're friends of ours and they're kind of in the scene, the symphonic metal scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that kind of stick out. I like Stuck Mojo. I'd love to see.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in Florida, they played the South a lot in the Florida region. So if I get to check them out, they got a really cool guitar player. So.
Yeah. Cool. So are you gonna go hang out on the beach tomorrow in where are we going? Haiti.
Labadee.
Haiti. Yeah.
Probably not. I live in Florida, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's not too much of a big deal, but it's beautiful. I have been to the island before on a separate cruise when I went with my family, but I don't know. I might just hang out on the boat here because there won't be a lot of people, and just go to one of the hot tubs and maybe get a massage.
That's probably smart.
Everybody
else is going to be off the boat. Now's the time to
because pretty much
to do all the stuff that would otherwise be crowded.
Tourist souvenir things and shops and stuff. But
yeah.
If you've never done it, it's good to do it.
Yeah. All right. So this one's a little deep. I find that I listen to a lot of different bands. I get sent a lot of different stuff. And I think that the thing to me that always made Kamelot stand out from other bands, like you said, in the scene, in the genre, was your ability to write very what's the word? Really personal songs that hit people in a very strong way and were also extraordinarily catchy. And I think that there's a lot of bands these days that have really focused too much on literally everything else, and then they might have everything else together, but they're just totally forgettable. Is there something? Is there a special sauce or something that you do that you think is different from the way that other people write songs that may be really?
Well, first, thanks for the mentioning that. I know that when we talk about songs and lyrics, we take that as an importance, in terms of like a responsibility. Like in the past, lyrics might have been brought up about a certain thing, and I say, no, I don't want to do that because I can't stand by that personally,
Yeah.
So we always try to think of music and subjects that somehow, even if it's a tragic song, somehow you find some sort of positive ending to it, or something that's going to help you get through something. So that's something we've always thought about. I also like using certain themes and chords that, make some kind of emotional feeling. And I think a lot of this music, the films, scores and stuff like that is similar.
Right.
Where they find this sort of give and take. And so I think those are some of the things that help go into that. Of course, we have an excellent producer, Sasha Paith, who is really good at making things even more unique. Whether it's adding a half tone to the end of a verse, or little things like that make it unique and different. Yeah, I mean that's just an approach that we've had from day one.
Yeah. How much input from all the different members of the band do you get, and like how much would you say is the songwriting process is collaborative?
Well,
and with the producer.
Right now myself, Oliver, and our singer Tommy, work really hard on all the songs, and also Sasha. The other guys have side bands. They got a lot of things going on, and so that's probably the core right now. And it could be where Oliver, the keyboard player, wrote all the music, and then I came up with the idea for the lyrics. Tommy wrote the lyrics, or I could have wrote most of the music. And also Tommy is also a guitar player now, which that's an interview for later. You guys can do Gear Gods with him.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of really cool musical ideas, and so it's we all work together really well with that, I think, and it's pretty fast too.
Yeah. So you put them together pretty quick.
I think so. Like I was in Germany with Oliver about a month ago, and I was there for about 8 days, and we had about 5-6 new song ideas. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we started in the morning, 10 a.m. and finish at 8, and so sometimes we'll hit a wall, but basically when there's a good time between each album, you have a lot of influences from that time, whether it's touring, or things going on in the news, whatever it might be, that will help you create new ideas.
Yeah. So you guys, it kind of seems like you've been like the Yardbirds of like your female backup singers. Like they all seem to go on to do like really cool stuff, or have already been doing great things, and and just So who have you got sing for you now for female backup vocals?
Well, on the last tour, Cobra Page from Cobra and the Lotus was singing with us, but for this show today, Alyssa Ridd and Elisa White Gluz is going to join us.
Cool.
And yeah, it's been cool. I mean, I've have this knack of finding these untapped talents, and then they grow into being these superstars, which is awesome. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's really great. Cool. Well, I think we're about out of time. So, have a great show tonight. We will be there, paying very rapt attention.
All right.
I
can't vouch for the sound in the theater.
Yeah, it's been very hit or miss.
If you want to come on stage and hear the guitar, you can do that.
Oh well, I guess I can't turn that down.
All right.
So great. Enjoy the rest of the cruise. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you real soon.
All right.